Beerzerker! Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? It's time to party. Alright, woo! You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We got Wild Rose Brewery's Brown Ale, 5% here. Doing it. Doing a brown ale. Major props to Liquor Depot, which is usually expensive, but they're ditching the Wild Rose is coming out with they came out with a new label, so I know this beer is old. But it was $9 for 6-pack, which is super cheap. Yeah, this label's no more. They got another label. I always dissed them on their label. And this one actually isn't that bad. Like, you read the label. Um, so it's, visible and everything. But color tone maybe you could... And then they've come up with this new one. I don't know which one's worse. But they got a new one. Let's check out the beer, right? Getting our crystal malt type, caramel toffee type aromas. Yeah, smells like brown ale. It's refreshing. Getting, of course, a chocolatey maltiness, crystal malt. Recommend eating some if you haven't. Yeah, you can make it, or you can buy it, or you can just not do that at all and just drink brown ale, and you pretty much get the same flavor. Sweet like candy. So here's a head. Kind of a lower carb kind of. It's gonna have a residual head. It's a bit buttery on the way down. It's kind of nice. Like the head kind of foams up again and kind of gives you like a nice beer foamy texture. Bit of coffee in the finish. Sometimes I get like bitterness out of the front, but I'm not getting that this time. Same batch of beer and everything, just that was just yesterday is all. Yeah, but there is a bit of bitterness there. Just a typical brown ale hop, probably Fuggles or something like that. You got it's a 5%. It's dark brown and ruby hued, notes of espresso and chocolate. Yeah, there's a lot of chocolate and a bit of espresso. I'm just not picking up bitterness tonight on my palate. I don't know why. It was yesterday, but not today. Why, I don't know. There's a bit of bitterness there. It's it's kind of a bit hazy and stuff. Well, it's brown, right? But if anything I can complain about, maybe it's like a little too filtered, or I don't know if they filtered it, but it could be a little more rugged, a little more earthy, like a little bit heavier, just a little bit heavier, a little more gritty. And I would like that more, personally, myself. But a lot of people don't like that, so it is pretty clean, and you're just getting a lot of the malt characteristics in the flavor. And you're just picking up a lot of crystal malt, which is what you're supposed to be picking up here. They're pretty good. I wouldn't say it tastes mass produced on a level of let's say some other um, beers around, but this one, it's pretty good. I definitely recommend trying it, especially if you get this $9 stuff. But even at $13, that's a pretty good beer. I think most people would really like this. Um, Basically, I'm only bitching because I'm just not getting a Spinal Tap it, right? I'm just not getting 11 out of 11. It's still a really good beer, and I'm just justifying why it's not perfect for me. This could be a little bit heavy, a little bit more gritty, maybe a little bit more hops, just slightly. Like I like heavier stuffs a little bit, a little bit heavy, like another percent alcohol basically, and I'd be like, yeah, perfect. Well, that's nice. As it kind of warms up, it's actually getting really nice in the malt. So yeah, that's a nice flavor. I'm gonna have to 8 3/4 out of 11. So it's a damn good beer. It's like you know, it's way up there. You know? Yeah. It's refreshing. Of course, it's a brown ale, so it's not the most sessionable. I find brown ales are typically, it's a 2 beer deal with me, right? 2 beers, brown ale. I don't really want any more after 2. But yeah, there's a lot of crystal in there, and that's crystal being probably the sweetest malt you can get that I know of. So therefore, makes it the heaviest beer is like your Scottish heavy, right? Which is made with like a brown ale. It just has more crystal malt in it even than a brown ale. It is a brown ale, but it's just 7% brown ale, 7 or 8 or 9. Hmm. So like this is a filling product. It is refreshing. Just one. Definitely a November beer if you're in Canada. If you're in California, you might want to drive to a different state if you're gonna drink it. It is pretty. It's not exactly a summer beer. It's definitely a fall, winter, spring beer. Beerzerker, 8 3/4 out of 11. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend trying all of Wild Rose's products if you're in Alberta. If you like wheat beer, they got killer wheat beer. They got the red wheat beer, which is a killer, like actually the best, or my favorite wheat beer I think I may have ever had. Is the red wheat is really good. I particularly like that one. And their IPA is really smoking too. Like it's just really well balanced. Like they make beers that are appropriate, well balanced, and civilized, yet fresh and high quality type shit. So yeah, definitely the higher rung of a craft beer thing. It's just not the earthy, mega natural, super fresh kind of pulpy shit that I want. That's like I get it out of my home brew. That's kind of like that because it's just like fucking raw shit. This is probably pretty raw too, but I'm guessing they may have filtered it. I'm ranting. 8 3/4 is still damn good shit. Drink it, Wild Rose, try all their shit. And as the whole point of that previous plug was to plug the Velvet Fog, which is a pretty damn good wheat beer. If you like Rickards White, try Wild Rose's Velvet Fog. And what else they got? Electric Avenue, their new lager, which is pretty bumper for a pale lager, a domestic pale lager. It's really it's the fucking cat's ass. So give that one a shot. And all those beers have been reviewed here at Beerzerkers Beer Reviews. So dig it, Beerzerker.